Welcome to Trading Lounge, the 30th of January for the US indices, and we'll be looking at the S&P and the Nasdaq and perhaps Google and Amazon. So with the S&P 500 here, we're looking at this move up through here. We can see a few things with all of this is that the first move up here was quite strong, and then the retracement, and then the ranges here are getting shorter and shorter, and also too the angle of this that it's traveling to the upside here is leaning over quite a lot now, isn't it? So it's a sign of weakness, and we've also got this box here which is the 50 and the 61.8% retracement level. So we can see that the market is hesitating, stalling in this particular area here. So I want to go in and have a look at this, and I want to have a look at two counts moving up through here. Both of those counts are 5 waves. So let's move in and have a look at those. So the first count is this one here, where we have this as wave 1 and wave 2 in here, and then wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here for the third wave, an A and a B and a C here for the fourth wave, and then the fifth wave to the upside. This particular structure within here, the 38.2% retracement level is here, so that's down closer towards the 2600 area through here. Let me just clean this up a little bit. So this little move in here from here down to here, we're looking for 5 waves. So let's just go in and have a look at this particular count here. So this would be wave 3 with an A and a B and a C for wave 4, pulling back into the 38.2% retracement level, or the 2600 area through here. So on the hourly chart, we can view it like this here. So the A wave, an A and a B and a C wave here for the B wave, and then 1 and 2 and 3, A, B, C for the fourth here, and then would be looking for 5 waves down for the fifth wave here. So we haven't made a new low here, so we would conclude this would be wave 1 and 2 here. So wave 3, 4 and 5 to finish off into this box area through here, and then a move up from that point there. So realistically, what we can look at here, if I copy this here, we can put this top here. If this top is breached here, then we can go long from that point. We could also look at other aspects in here too. We could look to put a line through here as well. That would also work in the meantime. But look, in a nutshell, this level here, the 2650, as I pointed out before, is really important. Well, obviously it's halfway between 26 and 27 here, but it's also halfway between two more important levels in my mind, which would be the 500 and the 800, but using Fibonacci as a price ratio. So and I have harped on about this particular level here being more important than 700 and 600, because it always tends to be the balance point within a correction here, and we can really see that now. It's really showing. So yeah, support on that level would basically put us to the upside. So until that occurs here again, I thought we may have had it here with an impulse wave to the upside here, but we dropped too low here. So we need to look at this as the A, the B and the C wave here. I also want to have a look at this particular structure to the upside here. I think I've got it here in this this structure here, which is also valid as well. Now, I need to talk about this a little bit. At first glance here, it doesn't look like the right count, because we've got the wave 1 here, then wave 2, wave 3 and wave 4 and wave 5. So it pretty much puts wave 3 being quite short here in this structure, but on the cash market, the physical market, it works out okay. So it's quite probable that we have wave 1 already in place here, and wave 2 could actually come back much lower through here. So one of the things that we can look at here is that the move down through here, we were talking about that being in 5 waves a moment ago, so we're still expecting a low to come in here. So if we get a little ABC back up through here, then we can also look to short this low through here in a variety of ways, because we'd be looking down for wave 3, 4 and 5 in this case, and then up from there. So we won't miss it. I'm just preparing ourselves for it. Okay, so yeah, yeah, this doesn't look like 5 waves down here, but when we look at the NASDAQ, it's a little bit cleaner, but it's definitely 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 yet to make a low here. So once that low's in place, we can look at the market coming back up and retesting the 2650. If it finds support on the 2650, then we'll look to go long from there. But otherwise, the move up here, we'll be able to just, this low and the second low here, we'll be able to draw a line through that. And if that's breached, or technically this low here, the second low, if that's breached, then we can be on the short side here. Okay, let's have a look at the tech stocks and NASDAQ here for a start. So I haven't labeled this, but basically we're looking for a move up into the box and then a move back into this box here. And this is all playing out here across this level here, the 6,500 here. So it's a medium level. So once again, we can see that if we just look at this here, we can see that the first move up had a nice strong range here, long, and then the second one here was a little bit more tiring, and then this one here is a bit more tiring as well. So it's basically struggling to running out of steam to the upside, and we're seeing it stall, and we can possibly see it drop. So it's possible for this market to drop back into this space here. Of course, it will bounce off this space first, so off this level and so on here. So on the 4-hour chart, it looks like this to the upside. I haven't updated this here, but yeah, so looking, all of this is wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and wave 3, 4 and 5 here, then an A wave and a B wave. You know, one of the little sort of subtle things here that normally sort of look for is that if this, let me just move these, we don't need these here now. So when we get a move down through here, if the market comes back up to the 61.8%, then it's likely to drop lower at that point. But because we came up so high here, it's kind of creating a bit of a flat correction here. So coming back down to the previous structure here would also be sort of okay as well here in this instance. So we'll just have to see how this goes. Let's just dive in here to the 1-hour chart, and this is where we can get a little bit of strategy here. So in this instance here, technically the market can come down to this point here, but this is 1 and 2 and 3 here, an A and a B and a C for 4 here, and down, it's already moved down for 5 here. It's still got another low to make here, but obviously it can have support on this, in this space here. So moving down into here and then moving up. So when it moves up from here, it's either going to move further up through here. So we want to find out where the 61.8% is from here down to here. Or wherever that low comes in, we can work on that now actually. So it's reasonably important. So roughly in this space here. So that's good because that gives us a nice space to work this here. So from this previous high here. So that's the resistance here. So in a nutshell, we can go long if this level here becomes the support, and in this case we can just copy that and put that there. So if we can find support above the 6,700, and if you go into the sub levels, then we can go into 1, 2 and 3, which is 10, 20 and 30. So if we find support on 6,730, then we can go long from that point. Okay, that would be to the flip, that would be to the upside, but we should be able to work that a little bit better. But also too, what we need to understand too is from this low here that we could just come up into 3 waves here and then move down into 3, 4 and 5 here to finish this wave 2 off here. So we'll need to be mindful of that. So we'll need to draw a line through here for any short trades here. So really it's just a matter of being a little bit patient to work this here. Otherwise we'll get trapped. So we just need that patience, and we need the market to unfold and to fall into place in the right way. Let's just have a look at a couple of the other stocks. We haven't talked about Alphabet for a while, Google here. So one of the things that we wanted here, when this low came into place here, we were looking for a move up, and we wanted to see if it was in 5 waves, and we do have 5 waves here of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here. So that means that we I drew this sort of picture here, so this pattern here rather, so we can just remove this now, and we're expecting it to pull back, of course, this market. But at the same time now, we can also use this one here to go long on now, because we've got our reference high above the level. So on here, that will be our long trade now. We'll get a better position than that on it, of course, but that's fallen into place now, and we can look at, let's just move that up there and look at this here. So up to this space, this is our retracement level where the market can move back down from this space. So we're looking for a corrective move down into here. Now we could go long from this point here, but I would need to know, and I need to see it very clearly, that we've got an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave to this point here. We can drill in to find that, and if we've got that and it's very clear, then we can get a better position in here. But we will also be able to get a better position than this high here as well. We'll be able to get into that. The only thing that bothers me with this a little bit is that this is okay here as an A wave here and a B wave here and a C wave here, but you see how this came down here in 3 waves here, and then we got a bit tricky to see here, but we got 5 waves up here. So an A and a B and a C. So what concerns me a little bit is that this move down through here also appears to be in 3 waves here. And then we've got up here. So I'm wondering if we've got a more complex correction here that could take us lower here. So the way to handle this is that, yes, you can short here if you wanted to, and that would get us down to here for sure, but it also may get us down to the 1000 here, where we would see a bounce, because if it came down to here, we would bounce off here and then move through here again. So it's really a matter of just tactics. So we've got the long side sort of covered here somewhat. So yeah, we'll just leave it for the time being because we're looking for that long trade. But let me just rethink this a little bit. No, we're going to stay with that for the time being. Just shooting the breeze here on this one here. And let's have a look at Amazon as well. So, okay, so I haven't checked this for a little bit. We've had holidays here in Australia, so I've sort of, as with all holidays, I sort of try to get a little break in between all of them, so we don't need this anymore. And we're kind of on track here with this, so we're looking for this to move up into this little box here, so we can delete that one now. And yeah, so it still can move down further through here as such, so I need to pull that apart and have a closer look at that. I just want to have a look. But what it does do now is that, if I can just copy that, that would have been the reference point high, and then this one here is now the reference point high here for our long trades. Okay, so we want support back on this medium level here for this. But let's just give this another 2 sessions because we want to see where the S&P is going to be traveling from at that point. Here, so yeah, let's just leave that for the time. I mean, one thing we can do here is there's normally some sort of equality between the length of wave A and wave C here, so that would put us into this space here. That's why I don't really want to go long or short here just yet with all of this. So let's just give this a few little sessions, 2 sessions to work out. Well, pretty much the S&P 500 to figure itself out at that point, and then we'll look at getting in a little bit closer to the markets. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.